Today we're going to be making this really cute Christmas sign, so stay tuned if you want to learn how to make it. Okay, so for this project you're going to need a small wood circle, some wood stain, some gloves, a paintbrush, and some paper towels. And make sure you're doing this in a well-ventilated area. We're going to start by staining our wood. You want to do this on both sides, and if you've never done it, it's really easy. You just paint on your stain, let it sit for a minute, and then wipe it off with a paper towel. When you're doing this, make sure you go with the grain of the wood and make sure you let the one side dry completely before you flip it over and do the other side. Okay, then we're going to make our bow, and you'll see in a minute why we do it this early. So you start by measuring out how long you want the tail, and then you're just going to pinch it, and then you make loops on either side of that pinch. I made 4 loops on both sides. Then we're going to cut the ribbon so that we have equal length tails. You're going to take a twist tie or some wire or a pipe cleaner and just twist around that middle section where you've been pinching it. And then you'll just want to fluff out your bow and make it look exactly how you want it to look. I decided I wanted to add a little pop to mine, so I added this greenery that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I just put it in the middle of my bow, and it's wire, so I just wrapped it around the middle just like I did with the twist tie. Next, I'm going to use painter's tape to tape off where I want my white section to be, and this is part of why we make the bow so early, so we know exactly what size to make this section. Then you're going to spray paint with white spray paint. I used Rustoleum 2 times white. Once it's dry, you can take off your tape. So I made this stencil in Cricut using stencil vinyl. Use whatever stencil you have. If you can make one in Cricut, that's great. Otherwise, just use what you can find. I didn't love the stencil vinyl. I feel like I could have gotten the same effect with just regular old vinyl, but I found this on Amazon for $3.99, so I just went for it, and it worked fine. So you're just going to apply your stencil. If you use stencil vinyl, you'll need some transfer tape, and then you're just going to put it on your sign and use your bow to measure exactly where you want it to go. If you use stencil vinyl, be careful removing your transfer tape. I had a lot of issues with this stencil vinyl, so just be careful and do your best. Go ahead and tape off the rest of your sign so that when you spray it again, you don't get spray paint all over the sign. You could also just use regular white acrylic paint with a paintbrush, but I had spray paint on hand, so that's what I used. You can see when I removed my stencil vinyl, some of it got left behind, so I used my weeding tool to get rid of all of the stencil vinyl. Okay, lastly, we're going to measure out where we want our bow and take some hot glue and just glue it on. And then we are going to take 2 strips of that same ribbon and glue it to the back of the sign and then tie it in a bow so that we can hang it up. I have a tendency to burn my fingers with hot glue, so I'm using scissors to press down the ribbon to get it to attach to the wood. And that is it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you later.